Something more that I should mention in preparation for the open abdominal myomectomy, when I spoke to the surgeon who will perform the operation, he asked me what are my allergies. And I said, well, I'm allergic to certain fruit, but I don't know if that's relevant. And he said, of course it's relevant. We need to know because, the chemistry of things interacting in your body is something that we need to be aware of. When I was leaving the doctor's office, they actually said to me, hold on a minute, are you an asthmatic? I said, not since I was a child, so no. And they said, oh, you are an asthmatic. It doesn't matter. Apparently, it is important for me to have inhalers. So I was asked specifically which inhalers I had as a child. I said one was brown, one was blue, but I don't remember what those things were. And I was advised to also make sure that I tell the anesthesiologist that I am an asthmatic. I was prescribed an inhaler, so I went and I fetched that from the pharmacy. It only cost me $7 Barbados, so, easy. Another thing that I had to do was remove my navel ring because I can't have any sort of metal in my body that might interrupt something or the other. Even if it was silicone, from what I read online, even the silicone jewelry would be taken out because you don't want that in any way obscures the work that is being done. You don't want that a piece of it comes off and next thing you know, they sew me up and not realize that there's this transparent little bead dropped in my organs that they've sewed up again or whatever. I also received a list of items that I could pack for the hospital, but prior to speaking to the doctor's office, there were suggestions that I read online, and two of the things mentioned online to help with recovery were a silicone strip to put on the scar, which is said to make the scar heal better or something like that, and then an abdominal binder. And I went and I got those things, and when I spoke to the doctor, he said, well, actually you won't need the silicone strip because I am going to put something over the scar that's going to make sure that it is protected against water, moisture, whatever, and keep it sealed. So as long as you only pat it dry and not rub it off, it will stay on and the scar will heal perfectly fine. And I thought, God damn it, I want back my 55 Barbados dollars that I spent on my silicone strip. And regarding the abdominal binder, the reason I bought that was that people have said to me, you're going to be coughing, even if you want to sneeze or whatever, it's going to hurt. And you probably have to hold a pillow, a cushion against your abdomen when you're doing any of those things so that you don't rattle your body. And I thought, well, let me go get something that keeps me together anyway, since that was one of the things that I saw recommended on an Instagram page that I follow. The doctor's of the opinion that is unnecessary. He said it should be enough to just place my hands, pardon my nails, to just place my hands against my abdomen like this and just try to moderate the way that I laugh, no cackling, no throwing back, whatever. And it should be perfectly fine. And he mentioned that, I'll be able to take painkillers anyway. And I asked what type of painkillers are okay to take, because I know that there's this, there are different types and some of them are not suitable for certain situations. He mentioned that the anesthesiologist is a better person to discuss painkillers with, but it's very likely that it will be drugs such as Voltaren, morphine, tramadol, or gabapentin. I just wrote down those words phonetically, so I don't actually know how to spell them. I guess I will see what is prescribed to me after. But I spoke to a friend who has experience with pharmaceuticals, and she actually recommended some other items that I should have, because the ventilator apparently is going to cause some sort of irritation that's going to cause a lot of coughing, and she also recommended some items that I should get from the pharmacy for that. But I don't want to say exactly what those things are because I am no healthcare practitioner, and it would be a little reckless of me to mention those things. But finally, the list of items for the hospital, obviously soap and a soap dish, I specifically got antibacterial soap because that's what I read online was best. But when I went to the doctor, they did not specify that it had to be antibacterial. Toothbrush, toothpaste, your comb, your brush. If you need them, then sanitary pads, but it says that's optional. Bedroom slippers, night dresses, house dresses, things that open at the front, nothing that has to pull over the head, because the drips will be in my arm, and it then wouldn't be feasible to have to raise my arm to pull clothes over my head. So anything that buttons up at the front is ideal. A bath towel, washcloth for bathing, clean underwear, of course. And then one mention of essence of peppermint drops. I forgot to buy that today. I should have gotten that at the pharmacy today. Essence of peppermint drops. I was told to take that with me to the hospital, and the nurse or whoever will put some of that in some hot water to help me. So I get the impression that there's some nausea to be concerned about. My aunt did mention that you'll be given ginger tea at some point. So when I have clearer understanding of why these things are done, I'll share that. But next video would be discussing whatever I learned from the anesthesiologist.